So I'm not going to lie. One of the main reasons why I quit reviewing audio equipment, especially via measurements, is because of people like Sharur relentlessly recommending dog shit and being very hard-headed and stubborn about it. And it made me realize that people are learning things from me and then they're running off with that some very basic idea and coming to their own conclusions. And here we can see
Moondrop
that Sharur no longer likes his Etymotic ER2 SE, and just by talking to Sean Olive for a few minutes, now all of a sudden he wants a bass boost and he wants treble clarity.
has just released the Chew, their latest IEM, at a price of $20, and it has officially destroyed the sub $100 bracket. People complain about the lack of a detachable cable, and I'm like, a replacement cable literally costs more than the entire IEM. Why do you care? The Chew completely blows the shit out of the Aria and the Kato. While yes, the sub bass could use more quantity, it has far less mud than these earphones. The main issue with the Chew is the drop in SPL after the resonant peak, as we can see here. This seems to be an issue with all single dynamic driver shallow insertion IEMs. I've only seen this solved by multi-driver configurations with a driver dedicated for treble. Here's the diffuse field compensation of the Chew. The bass.
So he is now recommending this IEM with this frequency response, okay? And you know, if we look at my target for headphones, we can see, you know, he complained about this treble dip right here. Okay. You see the correlation between what he is now glamorizing and what I've been saying all along. And again, you know, the DT990s do not have that treble dip. Okay. And they have that same response, the DT990s in worn pads yellow. Okay. He is now recommending an IEM that has the same sound signature as what I've been recommending all along on the biodynamic DT990s yellow here. Just use purple. Okay. And again, DT990s have outrageously good treble after they burn in. Alright.
Bass response is overall very clean. This dip from 2 to 5 kHz is slightly unfortunate as it kills engagement.
See, I says the dip from 2 to 5 kHz is very unfortunate because it kills engagement. He does not know what he is talking about. He never did. Again, we look at the Harman target. It has the dip right here. Okay. Again, this is the primary region for ear gain, and companies have learned that diffuse field around 3K, where it's most prominent, you should scoop it out a little bit. Okay. He does not understand this, and he keeps saying it over and over and over again relentlessly that it kills engagement. He does not know what that does. He does not know why that is there. He is now finally accepting a bass boost and finally accepting treble clarity. Okay. And if we come down here, he says ER2SE also has a drop after 3 kHz, which I think it kills a bit of the engagement also. And he says it's too dark. Yeah, and then his loyal fans are still like trying to worshiping the ER2SE. Like, again, I told you, he's going to realize those are crap. He doesn't know what he's doing. We have like literally all these people sitting on Discord buying the Chew or the ER2SE. The Chew is better than the ER2. like, I mean, look, and then they're just flipping out. These losers sat here for months listening to him glamorize the ER2SE, okay? And now he is slowly recommending what I've been saying all along. Okay, this is the end game sound signature right here. Okay, this is how it's supposed to be. Again, I have over 20 years of recording daily with high-end microphones. I'm not tone deaf. I know exactly how things are supposed to sound. And when I went over to headphones a couple of years ago and started studying them, I knew exactly how, the sound signature is supposed to be shaped just by my own listening tests. Like, I have more experience listening than any possible trained listener. I spent way too much time learning how the tonality of audio equipment is supposed to be. Okay? And so again, this is the Harman target. They have that dip as well, around 2 to 3K. He does not understand why that is there. That is part of the shaping. That is part of the tuning. If that dip is not there, the treble is not going to be shaped right. The high mids have to be scooped out in relation to the treble. This adds soundstage. This adds imaging. Okay, you need the dip, you need the treble boost for imaging and soundstage. Okay, like, he still doesn't even understand this shit. It's and he's relentless about it. Again, like, he's trying and he's devoting a lot of energy trying to find good audio, and he's relentless and stubborn and trying, and just over and over and over again on a daily basis. And honestly, it tired me out to the point that I just don't even care anymore. Okay, but I'm just showing you that he is slowly gravitating to my sound signature. So again, soundstage from this dip right here, and then an open, clear treble. That's how it's supposed to be. So even the Harman target, like them rolling it off right here, results in this 5 kilohertz peak. So I think they rolled this off to make sure that there's no possibility of like overly bright, shrillness or harshness. And I think that's the reason why they rolled off these high frequencies on the Harman target, because that helps reduce any possibility of harshness by rolling it off here. But you can't just do that, because then that results in this weird, 5.5 kilohertz peak. So any headphone that says herder, I'm just going to roll off the highs because they're too bright, you can't do that, because now you have this peak at 5K. And that just has a tonality problem. Like, you can't just pull down all these frequencies without it resulting in this huge 5K peak. So everything you listen to is going to sound like it has a 5K peak. If you rolled it off up here, it would have an 8K. Well, it wouldn't be as bad, but I mean, it would be a noticeable roll off. Again, I have 20 plus years of learning how to shape the sound of audio, and you can't just roll shit off like this and not expect to have like a 5K peak. It's just, and then it legitimate, it's just shaped wrong. So you can't just do shit like this, It's the same when they did the 200 hertz mud cut. You can't just do that. It makes the bass punchy, which is unnatural. A warm sound is a warm, muddy sound is how it's supposed to be. You can't just scoop it out. Oh, it's not muddy anymore. It's also not natural anymore. Okay. So real world audio is not, it doesn't have a mud cut. real world audio does not roll off the highs. Okay. The Harman target is a joke. Sharur is a joke.
And this 15 dB treble drop after the resonant peak is just terrible. But what is the competition under $50?
And this 15. He really needs to stop using Crinacle's measurements, because Crinacle actually has really shitty measurements. But I don't trust his measurements. His rig is shitty. But yeah, we can see over here, no cut. Again, like, this idiot needs to realize what I was teaching. Okay, so again, no. The DT990s are end game. They don't have any harsh peaks and stuff after you use them for a few weeks. They don't have any bass distortion at normal listening levels. They're end game. You're not going to find better. Okay. He is slowly, realizing that the industry is gravitating towards what the DT990s are doing, because the Harman target is a bunch of bullshit, to be honest with you. Okay. He keeps worshiping these people and changing his mind, and I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing. It's not hard, and you have these people depressed me so much that I just quit reviewing, to be honest.